Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are going to talk about sericulture, a process of obtaining silk from silkworm. First of all, what is sericulture? Silk is a strong but light and soft cloth having shimmering appearance. The silk fibers are animal fibers obtained from the cocoons of silk moth or silkworm. The rearing of silk moths for obtaining silk is called sericulture. Now, let us know about different species of silkworms. Bombyx mori for mulberry silk, Philosamia ricini for eri silk, Antheria essemensis, Nuga silk, Antheria perni, Chinese tassar silk, Anaph molonei, Anaph silk, Attacus atlas for Figara silk, Pachhypasa attus, cone silk, and Nephila madagascarensis for spider silk. These are few pictures of silkworms. Now, the most interesting part, history of obtaining silk from silkworm. Silk is one of the oldest fabrics that originated in ancient China. According to the legend, in about 3000 BCE, it was accidentally invented by Empress Shi Lingxi, the bride of the Yellow Emperor named Huang Di. One day, the Empress was drinking tea under a mulberry tree. Suddenly, a cocoon fell into her cup and began to unravel into shiny threads. The Empress was so fascinated by those shiny threads that she immediately began to look for its source. To her surprise, the cocoons were made by Bombyx mori silkworms. The Empress then got an idea of making shiny fabric from those threads. And that's how silk was invented. But the Chinese kept the process of making silk a closely guarded secret for hundreds of years. And then they earned a lot through the silk export. Knowledge of making silk reached India only in 300 CE by traders and travelers. Silk moths were also traded to European countries, but they could not survive there due to cold weather. However, Italy became a silk center for Western countries of Europe. Next is understanding the life cycle of silkworm. Firstly, the silk moths mate with each other. Then, the female moth lays many tiny eggs. A tiny black caterpillar hatches out of its egg. The caterpillar eats a mulberry leaf and grows bigger and bigger. It goes through 4 molds. The caterpillar spins a cocoon of silk threads around itself. Inside the cocoon, the caterpillar changes into a pupa. People unwind the silk thread from the cocoons to weave into silk cloth. The pupa changes into a moth. The moth comes out of the cocoon. These are the pictures of caterpillar, silk moth, and cocoon. Furthermore, let us study about the most widely used species of silkworm. First is Bombyx mori. Although there are several commercial species of silkworms, Bombyx mori, the caterpillar of the domestic silk moth, is the most widely used and intensively studied silkworm. The best quality of silk is obtained from the cocoons of this silk moth. Its caterpillar feeds on the leaves of mulberry tree. This variety of silk moth is cultivated in China and mountainous regions of northern India. Second is Philosamia ricini. It is a domesticated silkworm which produces eri silk, also known as endi or erandi. It feeds on castor leaf. Eri is a multivoltine silk spun from open-ended cocoons unlike other varieties of silk. Agriculture is a household activity practiced mainly for protein-rich pupae, a delicacy for the tribal. The silk is used indigenously for preparation of chadars, wrap, for own use by these tribals. In India, this culture is practiced mainly in the northern states, Assam and Bihar. But the Chinese kept the process of making silk a closely guarded secret for hundreds of years, and then they earned a lot through the silk export. Knowledge of making silk reached India only in 300 CE by traders and travelers. Silk moths were also traded to European countries, but they could not survive there due to cold weather. However, Italy became a silk center for Western countries of Europe. Now, process of obtaining silk from silkworm. The breeding and management of silk moth for the production of silk involve the following steps. The eggs of silk moth are stored on strips of cloth or paper and are sold to silkworm farmers. The eggs are reared in hygienic conditions at suitable temperature and humidity till the larvae come out. The silk moth larvae are fed on mulberry leaves under controlled conditions. Fully grown cocoons are then sorted out according to their color, size, shape and texture. The sorted cocoons are immersed in boiled water or exposed to steam. This kills the pupae inside the cocoons. The cocoons are then put through a series of hot and cold immersions. This process is called softening of sericin. The sericin or silk gum is a gummy substance that holds the two strands of fibrin protein of a silk fiber together. The next step is the process of unbinding silk filaments from the cocoon. This is called reeling the filaments. 3 to 10 filaments of cocoon are usually reeled together to produce the filament of raw silk of desired thickness. Silk fibers are spun into silk threads which are used by the weavers to weave the silk cloth. Next is rearing of silkworms. Selection of silkworm race. Multivoltine race which complete 5 to 6 life cycles per year. Non-hibernating eggs. Univoltine and bivoltine race also reared in India. Silkworm seed production. Hybrids of multivoltine and bivoltine reared commercially for its superior quality and huge quantity of eggs. Silkworm seed. Grainages. These are the places where seeds are produced at large scales. Healthy, disease-free cocoons of pure race are selected. Preserved at 23 to 25 degrees Celsius in wooden trays at 70 to 80% RH after emergence. Females transferred to plastic trays allowed to copulate with males of desired race under black cloth for 3 hours. Within 12 hours, female lays 400 to 600 eggs. Let's have the knowledge about the uses of sericulture. Sericulture provides gainful employment, economic development and improvement in the quality of life to the people in rural area, and therefore it plays an important role in the anti-poverty program and prevents migration of rural people to urban area in search of employment. The silkworm litter is used for biogas production and used as a fuel for cooking in the rural area. Thus, sericulture not only provides silk for fashionable clothing, it also provides several very useful byproducts to the human society. Some other uses are provides vibrancy to village economies, low gestation and high returns, women-friendly occupation, ideal program for weaker sections of society, eco-friendly activity. Here comes in another part of knowing about the term moriculture. Moriculture is the science of mulberry cultivation to rear silkworm for silk production. Bombyx mori feeds specially on white mulberry leaves but also eat osage, oranges and lettuce. Mulberry silkworm feeds on mulberry plants of genus Morus, Morus alba, Morus indica, Morus serrata, Morus latifolia. Alternate plants: sage, orange, lettuce, peepal. Climatic conditions: temperate to tropical regions 15 to 37 degrees Celsius. Rainfall range 600 to 2500 millimeters. Altitude 300 to 900 meters above sea level. Regions: Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. Mulberry is deep-rooted perennial, grows well in loamy soil or red sand loamy. Silk fibers are spun into silk threads which are used by the weavers to weave the silk cloth. Now I would explain few diseases of mulberry plants. Powdery mildew, due to fungus Phylactenia corylea causing yellow-brown patches on the lower surface of leaves. Leaf spots, due to fungus Cercospora moricola causing circular brownish-black spots on leaves. The plants are also attacked by some insect pests like leaf-eating caterpillar, jassid, mealybug, scale insects, thrips, stem girdler beetle, powder pest beetle. Now I would explain few diseases of silkworms. Three major diseases: pebrine. Protozoans produce pepper-like spots on body and larvae become wrinkled skin and sluggish. Flackery. Bacterium causes purification of body and body becomes black-green. Muscardine. Fungus causes white muscardine in humid conditions while Spicaria parcina cause green muscardine. The sources from where I got all the information are www.slideshare.net and New Science Power for Class 7. In the end, I would like to express my special thanks of gratitude to my science teacher, Mr. Rajandeep Singh, as well as our principal, Mr. Subhabrata Mukherjee, who gave me the golden opportunity to make this PowerPoint presentation based on the topic Sericulture, a process of obtaining silk from silkworm. It also helped me doing a lot of research, and I came to know about many things related to the given topic. Last but not the least, I would like to thank my parents who always support me and also my friends who helped me a lot in finalizing the presentation within the limited time frame. Hope it would help you. Thank you and have a nice day.